Welcome to Fashionista Activista, the podcast where style meets activism. I'm your host, Diaz, and in each episode, we'll dive deep into the inspiring journeys of women business owners in Los Angeles, with a special spotlight on women of color. Join us as we celebrate the power, diversity, and creativity of underrepresented Latin women, youth, and queer communities through their captivating conversations and high-quality content. Hi, all you fashionistas, activistas. We're back, and we're back with a very dear friend of mine, a vecina, a former classmate, and also a current goddess who started popping up with us at the Goddess Mercado and has come a long way. I'm so excited. This is kind of like an episode of Where Are They Now? This is Michelle, right? Where is she now?
Where is she?
Michelle Dancel. I've known her since elementary school.
Fifth grade.
We both grew up in City Terrace, and we share common interests, common friends, and just the love for community and visibility. And I'm so grateful that you're here.
I'm grateful.
And Michelle is a business owner, and she started popping up with us 4 years ago at the Goddess Mercado. But I'm not going to tell her story. Let's give it back to Michelle. Michelle, welcome.
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you.
Why don't we start by first asking you about your background, how you were raised, where you grew up, and what inspired you. Where did you learn your entrepreneurial spirit?
Well, I grew up in City Terrace, where you grew up. I went to City Terrace Elementary, went to El Sereno Junior High, graduated from Wilson High School. So I've known Diana way back. I grew up in the barrio, coming from that, and learned a lot, have a lot of street smarts, grew up in the hood. So,
Yeah, like eyes with me.
Yeah, you know how it is, girl. You know what we went through. So, yes, definitely.
So where did you learn about the business, or were your parents business owners, your entrepreneur spirit?
I learned on my own, basically. I started my journey about 10 years ago, just self-reflection. I had ended a divorce. I had ended a marriage of 25 years. You know who that person is. We all went to school together.
Her ex-husband was my first school crush in the third grade.
My son is so like him now.
He used to dance.
Yeah,
like a
DJ.
Yeah,
he's popular. So that's how my journey transpired. So from that dynamic, I left that situation. 10 years ago, started doing a lot of self-reflection, started healing from things happening, and I discovered CMOS.
So you see, divorce is good. CMOS is even better. Yeah. Tell us about the CMOS.
Yes. So I discovered...
What's CMOS?
So CMOS is an algae. It's an algae you eat every single day, has 92 minerals. The high mineral content gives you energy. It helps your brain support. It helps the skin.
Yeah, your skin looks amazing.
All that. It even helps you lose weight. It helps with so much. I mean, it's just a superfood that is just amazing, right? So I didn't have anyone really to help me with this business journey. I just loved it. I loved it. And during COVID...
let's backtrack.
Yeah.
How did you come across CMOS?
So, like I said, 10 years ago, I moved back from Arizona, came over here. I met an amazing group of friends in Leimert Park. And they taught me about CMOS. So that community of Leimert Park, South Central LA, they embraced me. They started trying to help me heal my wounds, and CMOS was one of them. So that's how I learned, started consuming it all that time, and I started noticing just immediately, like within 2 weeks, brain fog gone. It was like a veil was removed from me. I started seeing things more clear. From there, I just started diving deeper.
Meaning your eyesight,
brain fog. So like when you forget, when you lose focus, it really helped me detox.
Wow.
So the detox started then, and I've just been on it ever since 10 years. 10 years just doing straight CMOS every day. I don't take multivitamins. I don't take any of that. It's just straight CMOS.
So how does the CMOS, how is it consumed? Is it spoonfuls? Is it preserved? Is it dry? Because I have seen CMOS, it's dry. Like, how do you eat that?
Yes. So it comes dry, and then I hydrate it. That's where I come in.
Okay.
So
Tell us
kind
the
of like
process.
it's kind of like a chopped salad. You know, you buy the bag salad, right? So I'm that person. So I already make everything, so you don't have to do it.
So you're the bag salad.
I'm the bag salad. So I hydrate the sea moss. I put all the beautiful fruits in there and dates, and then you eat it from the jar or you put it in your food. It's a food additive. You can add it to anything. I personally love to eat it straight, but I'm telling you, it has helped my whole family. My son, when he is diagnosed with high functioning autism and ADHD, so I put him on CMOS. Also, when I started changing my lifestyle, I started implementing it with him. I took him all off all prescribed medications that he was prescribed from the age of 5 till 12. Took him off at 12 years old. He's 20 now. He's not had one drug that was prescribed by a doctor. He eats a lot of living foods, vegetables, no more toxic foods that, we're accustomed to giving him. And I just give him CMOS, CMOS, CMOS. It reversed everything. He's able to have conversation. He's able to articulate. He was not able to articulate before. People would just think, oh, he's just autistic. Leave him alone. But once I removed everything, the toxic foods, the drugs, and I started implementing the CMOS daily, change. So my son is a living testimony how you can, recover from that if on a holistic lifestyle. You can.
So that experience is what inspired you to start. You bottled the CMOS and you labeled it, and you're a registered business.
Yes.
And in fact, one of our sponsors, New Economics for Women, also helped you secure your permits.
Yes.
And that's a cool plug for New Economics.
Absolutely.
If you're starting a business, New Economics can help you register and with advice and consultation and mentors as well. So you secure this, and then you were motivated to grow your brand, to grow your business.
Right. So my son motivated me, right? So my journey, learning about myself, undoing a lot. My son, I'm like, wow, like, he was transformed. Then people started asking, like around during COVID, like, what are you guys doing? Because I would just post personal stuff on Instagram, because CMOS, one of the things is it's a mucus dissolver. So it expels the mucus. So during COVID, I would be like, you guys really need to get this. And I wasn't even asking to get it for me. I was just like, this is like something everyone in the world needs to be on. It helps with that, especially during COVID. So people started asking. I started doing home deliveries. That's how it started. People were like, oh my God, it's working for me. I need this. I need this. So with COVID, that's how my business just boomed.
And then you joined the Mercado.
Yeah. And so then I started surrounding myself with like-minded people. Then that's when I started finding my community. I found Diana. I found the Goddess Mercado. She started linking me with different resources. Then I started getting help because I had no idea what I was doing on the business aspect. I've always been in corporate world, working for, others. I never dived into business on my own. So I had no idea what I was doing. So then her resources, my community of women from the Goddess Mercado and others would just give me information. Then I'd start going to classes. Like she said, those classes really helped me. I went to those. They gave me more information, and then it just started going and going.
You know what's really cool, Michelle, that once we reconnected at the Mercado and we all started buying your product and trying it out, all of a sudden you got really busy. And you started popping up at stores. So how many different stores are you in? Can you tell us where we can find your product?
I'm at about 9 to 10 stores now. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. I still can't believe it sometimes because it just started from me just eating it, trying to make my life better. Then I made my son's life better. And then people were like, wait, what? And so people really pay attention, So from that person, just word of mouth. And then one day I walked in. This is God. I walked in. I was like, you know what?
Or goddess.
God. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to walk in this store in El Monte called Cyber Yogurt. I had my bottle and I wasn't even being in stores. I was happy with doing mercados with my girls, doing pop-ups here and there in my community, because I really, that was one of my just what me wanting my product, wanting to be exposed to my brown community, my Latino community. I really wanted to spread the word to us, right? Because no one in our community knew about it. So I enjoyed doing pop-ups. I enjoyed doing the pop-ups in East LA. I was bringing awareness to my community. So that's what I was driving me, right? Then one day I was in El Monte and I was like, you know what? I want to just go in and see if this gentleman, just going to get a bowl. And then I see this gentleman and I was like, hey, sir, have you heard of CMOS? And he's like, no. And we started talking. He's like, why don't you bring it in? I brought it in, and ever since then, he's my number one store.
Wow.
Fiber yogurt in El Monte. He gave me the chance. He gave me confidence, because that was one thing, walking into a juice shop, a grocery store, and talking to these big people, it's a little
intimidating.
Because there's rejection you have to face sometimes. Not all the time. I go into a store and they're like, yes, So you got to be able to face rejection. I got to have thick skin, which I do, coming from the barrio, you know what I mean?
So you have faced rejection.
God, yeah. I have faced so much rejection.
And how does that feel when somebody tells you no?
At first, it was like, oh, why? Why ain't it good enough? Like, how could you not want my product? Like, do you know what it could do for you? Like, but then, I'm just like, it's not the right time. It's not, there's other factors why they say no. And I know I have to get to those things in order for me to get to the bigger place.
Well, you're still learning.
I am.
It's only been 4 years?
Yes, since 2021.
Since 2023. So you're still learning.
3.
And the more you hear no's, the easier it gets to process and to get up and move on and move forward. So you were at this yogurt shop, and now?
He gave me an opportunity. And that's where it started. So I got my confidence there, started bringing it in. It started moving fast, real fast. Really fast. I started doing demos there, bringing awareness to the community, because everyone's like, well, what is this? So I just educating them, and it started from there.
And you do farmers markets. You're popping up at a variety of places during the day. You quit your job. Tell us about
I quit my full-time 9-to-5 job, 9 to 5, 40 hours, consistent income 2 years ago. I was just like, it was so busy for me. I couldn't do both. I couldn't keep up with the demand and work.
Oh, yeah.
I prayed. I was like, please, let me know if this is the right choice. I got all the signs, everything I needed. So I saved up a little money, and I went for it.
So now you're telling me that right now you don't have any other source of income?
No, it's just saturated. My CMOS, my community, that just every bottle that someone purchases, that is just
a blessing.
A blessing, because I'm able to live my dream. I'm able to not have to work for someone. I'm able to touch lives,
to heal.
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to host your business launch.
Yes.
And what tips do you have for our vendor community about launching your business launch? Why do you think that's important? Why do you know now that that's so important? Before we continue our inspiring conversation, we want to acknowledge our sponsor, New Economics for Women. New helps individuals and families improve their income, wealth, assets, social, and educational status across generations. Their focus on education, entrepreneurship, and home ownership prepares communities to thrive. Thank you, New. Now let's get back to our conversation filled with fashionista flair.
That isn't the most important, because there's so many people, no one knows about us. We need traction. We need to be exposed. We need to get exposed, and that's a great way of exposure.
So how did you do your business launch?
We came here. We had fabulous music. We had samples, education. We posted on social medias. We let everyone in the community know. We had all kinds of people show up. It was amazing.
Dan, you tapped into your own personal existing network.
Yes.
So who came from your network?
So my family showed up. My family, a couple of friends, they showed up, and we had a great time.
All your children showed up?
Yes, my children that live here, one of them didn't. She lives in Las Vegas. But my children that are here, they showed up. My kids, my family, my friends.
It was your whole crew. And I saw you had a photographer, you had a DJ, you had a setup crew. But the point of bringing that up is that you have to tap into your existing network and because some people feel like, oh, I can't launch a business. I don't know anybody. I'm too shy or nobody's going to help me. But you have to use your immediate family, your immediate friends, and have them support you.
Yeah.
And the people who really care about you, who really believe in you, are going to step it up. Or even the ones that don't, but they still love you. They're going to be like, okay, fine, I'll show up.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw you do. And it was the same. You took advantage of the opportunity. You created incredible content that you continue to use for your other stores.
Yeah.
So what other products are you planning to launch, or what else is next for Eve's Wellness?
New products coming up, or I'm into the cordyceps, the mushrooms, because they are really healing.
What is cordyceps? I never heard of them.
They're the mushroom family, like reishi, turkey tail, mushrooms. They have a lot of health benefits. So we'll be doing like gummies coming soon.
But they're not hallucinogenic.
No, not that time. No. I know, because when I first started learning about it, it was a little demonized, I feel like, because that's what back in the day, that's what we knew about, that mushroom.
Yeah.
But no, it's not that at all. No. And I also do my drinks. I do my sea moss lemonades. You can get your servings in the lemonades. So that's the new product that will be launching soon.
And what is your goal? What is the goal that you're trying to achieve with Eve's Wellness, with the sea moss?
My goal, I really want to get into...
You got to put it out there. Put it out there.
I am going to get into Whole Foods.
Yes. You heard it here.
Whole Foods.
She's manifesting. We're going to hold her accountable, because anything that any goddess says here on the Fashionista Activista podcast is going to come true. Because once you put it out there, the rest of us hold you accountable. Next time I see you, I'm going to say, what's up? What's up with Whole Foods?
I'll be like, girl, I got my distributor. I'm in line.
Yes. And one of the other reasons why I invited you to be part of this podcast, aside from you being one of our initial vendors and seeing your growth and how you quit your job, and many other women being in the same space or wanting to be in the space that you're in, like quitting their job. Every time you show up, Michelle, you show up looking so fabulous, so fashionable, so well put together. And it's very impressive to see that aside from you balancing your home life, your family, all that stress, your business, you still take time to take care of you and to show up. I really love that about you.
Thank you.
And tell us what that's like, becoming your own priority.
It's taken a lot, because for so many years, I was not my first priority. So I had to do a lot of unlearning, undoing. I just, every morning, I'm very grateful. I go into meditation. I eat a lot of healthy foods. I take a lot of herbs. I do a lot of massages, lymphatic. Time for me in the morning, about 1 to 2 hours. And a lot of people are like, oh, dang, it takes you so long to get out the house. It's because I have a whole ritual. I do, meditation, yoga, stretching. I do lymphatic drainage. I just pour into myself, because I never did before. Never.
And I see that your energy, is very different from when I first saw your skin.
Yeah.
Looks amazing.
Thank you.
Even your laugh, you came in flirting. You came in fire. Excuse me, let me put my stuff down. I really like that. Another thing is, as a new business owner, it's very challenging to get up every day and to have to go and look for that next store that you're going to be at. And sometimes you feel like an imposter. I do.
Absolutely. I do too.
What does that feel like for you?
So I have my days where I have family and friends where I vent to, and I'm just like, I don't even know if I can do this anymore. And is this really even happening? How? This little girl that grew up in the hood, and now, look at her now. I have a lot of those days, a lot. But I just remember where I came from. And I remember my grandma and what she used to always tell me, and my grandpa, you just never give up. You never be afraid of anybody, because you are strong, you are fierce. And I just remember those words, and I get up, I get out of my funk. I put on some good music. I start shifting all those false those false narratives, those false things, because it's not true. It's not true. If I can do it starting with nothing, I literally started with nothing. Anybody can do it. And it's a matter of just keeping going and not giving up. It's the not giving up part.
Yeah.
Because trust me, there's days I just don't want to. I'm tired, but I look at my son, I look at my community, and I'm like, oh no, they need me. They need me.
We do. Nick, tell me a success story, like, is aside from your son, you have a client who's committed to you, that you've seen the change, their health has improved drastically because of the use of the CMOS. Tell us about that success story.
I have so many clients that write to me all the time. This is one thing I need to work on. We were just talking about a lot of things, imposter syndrome and all that, but this is one thing I really need to work on. I need to post those things, showing everybody these amazing stories. But I have so many people in my DMs. Your product worked miracles. I have one that she has fibromyalgia. She couldn't get out of her bed. His name is Vince. He follows me on Instagram. I cried because I met his mother, and she literally, her joints were stiff. And he said once she started taking it, she was able to be mobile again. I have individuals that say that it helps them with depression and anxiety, and that they're not in their head as much anymore. So it's just a lot of people that have expressed that.
Well, I bought a couple of jars. It comes in a jar.
Yes.
And they're flavored. And you're the one who prepares it.
Yes, I prepare it. I have a commercial kitchen, so we do everything there.
You heard that? It's legit.
Commercial
kitchen access.
Yes. So I do my work there, bottle everything, and I manufacture everything myself, from the jar, the labels. I have support from, certain individuals that help me the labels and stuff. So I do have support. Yeah.
And what does the Eve's Wellness mean? Like, because you're Michelle. You're Eve.
I am Eve.
Oh,
my name is Michelle Eve.
You didn't know?
Oh, I didn't know that. Yes. So I have started introducing myself as Eve because as I'm embodying my business more, I'm embodying my business. My middle name is Eve, and that's how we came about my business name. I'm, Eve's Wellness. So you hear Michelle Eve is what I go by. Or some people call me Eve. It's a source of life. That's what Eve means, source of life.
I like that. So the other thing I want to ask you is, and I guess you kind of touched on it a little bit, but Huevona days. You've heard me talk about the Huevona days?
Yeah.
Where you just don't want to get up.
Yeah.
You just don't want to do it. Where in our minds, we're like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm not doing this. What exactly do you do to get through those Huevona days?
Huevona days are very often, because when you're a full-time entrepreneur, you have all the time in the world for yourself. You can wake up whenever, right?
You even waste time. Like, sometimes I find myself like, what? It's already 3 o'clock. What did I do?
I'm like, oh my God, it's 10 o'clock. But those days I'm just like, no. Now tomorrow you're going to go harder. But I have those days. I get started at 9 where I should be getting started 6, 7 a.m. Latest 7 a.m. But I have those Huevona days very often. So it's really, really dedication and mindset. You got to, I talk to myself so much.
It's like, how badly do you want this? How badly do you want to get into Whole Foods?
That's it.
What steps are you taking to get into Whole Foods?
I'm looking into a distributor. So I am very fortunate and very blessed for all the stores that I'm at. These are grocery stores. These are, juice shops. The owners of these places are so amazing to me. They give me gems every day of what to do. So I listen to them. I mean, I look at them and I'm like, wow, like they've had this business for 15, 20 years and, grocery stores. So they feed me little gems. Now it's about me executing the information they're giving me.
So that's a good point, because it is important to surround yourself with individuals
absolutely,
who empower and inspire you, contribute to your growth, or enrich your life.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a family, and when you're surrounding yourself with these people, like the business owners that you're surrounding yourself with, it actually funnels into your children as well.
Yeah.
And I do see a big change in you. I do see a lot of positivity, a lot of great energy, and I can tell that it is the CMOS and also the new mentors that you have, because all these business owners are mentoring you.
They really are. They really, really are. And I never had that growing up as a child. You know, there was really not, everyone was just, it was a different time. But now having that, it's just, sometimes it feels surreal. It feels really like they really care about me that much. Like they really want to see me grow. They really are rooting for me. And it just makes me feel like, wow.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah. Like you, like when you invite me, when you think of me, like here, I'm just like, wow, like I really am making a difference and people see it.
Because people ask for you. People are asking for your product.
I know.
People have showed up. Where's the CMOS?
Where's the CMOS?
Because you were going every month and now you're too busy.
I know.
And
I'm like, I have to go at least once a month.
Yeah.
I know.
So you are wanted, you are needed. Apparently it helps with eczema,
rheumatoid arthritis.
So there's so many benefits. Where can our vendor community get more information, find more information about Eve's Wellness?
You can go on my Instagram. It's Eve's Wellness. You can go on my website. It's eveswellness.square. Or you could just type Google Eve's Wellness and I'm the first one.
So you heard it. You know where to find her. And also, not consistently, but she's coming back to the Goddess Mercado. Yeah. And we're going to make sure that we continue supporting her and spreading the word so that we can find our Goddess partner at the Goddess section of Whole Foods, right? I encourage you all to reach out to Michelle via DM, purchase her CMOS, try it out for yourself, see how it can help improve your life like it has for me and my family. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you, of your journey, how far you've come since the first day you started, since 4 years ago when you started the Mercado. I'm so glad you haven't given up and that you created the opportunity to be able to work for your own, nobody else. Bye, girl. You got this. Good love. Love you. Bye. Con todo mi corazón, we want to thank New Economics for Women, SoCal Gas, and Kaiser Permanente, and to you, our beautiful listeners, for being the heartbeat of Fashionista Activista. Vamos adelante with more stories, more laughter, and moments of inspiration that knit our communities ever so close. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on social media. Hasta la próxima, goddesses.